So in this video we are going to make a basic structure of dashboard. So let's look at the dashboard which we have created already for a reference. So over here it says the start date, end date and number of days. So we will also do a similar kind of a structure which is start date, uh, end date and number of days. So end date would be start date plus number of days is what we want. This is going to be our input start date, so I'll make it appear as blue, same as number of days which will make it appear as blue, and this is going to be our output over here. So that's one part of it. So that's where it stands. That's what we have done. Okay, so let's say my start date is equal to today, so my end date would be in a date format would be 14 March 2017. Currently it is 12th of February. Okay, so that's it. We will going to have the structure over here. So we will borrow the structure, or you can directly make insert and then you can have shapes included in this, which is something like this, uh, and you can have a different color shape outline, you can have different color around this, or shape fill, you can have different color around this, something like that, and then you can write it over here, snapshot, and you can convert this into a uh, center text with italic and underline. So yeah, so that's where it stands. We can have similar structure, it's just the structure is ready, so I've simply copied it. You can however uh, use my sheet as a reference, and can directly copy it from there, or you can simply go to this tab which is insert shapes, and then you can introduce your shapes as well. Okay, I'm just going to copy this structure as well. This is going to be a simple dashboard, just that there are less of formulas, unlike the dashboard which we have seen in the class. There are going to be a less of formulas over here. All right. Uh, so that's pretty much about the structure. We will just make the entire thing which is without grid lines. So we can go to options, we can go to advanced, and we will just search for the option where we have no background as such, no grid lines basically. Okay, uh, this is basically, it shows no grid lines. Okay, so we have made it completely blank. This is our working sheet, this is a data sheet, and that's pretty much about it. We will just copy paste this unique thing as well, because we have already created this. So we will just copy paste this, uh, because this is a separate sheet, so we will copy paste this. So yeah, so this is going to be our unique sheet. We can create a link list also, or a drop down also from this list. So over here in our dashboard there are 4 separate drop downs. One is select product, select region, select customer type, select agent ID, and select chart type. So we will create these 5 drop downs. First starts with select product. So we will write this select product, then comes the select region, then comes select customer type, and then comes select agent ID, and in the end comes select chart type or chart. There are drop downs which has been created in this chart, as you can see, and then there are radio buttons which has been created in a group kind of a thing. So we will create a drop down. There are multiple ways to create a drop down. One is in this data, there's something called as data validation. You click on data validation, you click allow, you click on list, source will be your product, and you click OK. So this is one way you can create your list. However, there is another which is more effective way uh, by which you can create your list is to click on developer. There is something called as insert, and then there is something called as list box or drop down, which is over here, combo box form control. You can put your form control over here and right click on that, format control. It will ask for your input range. So input range is my product, and where is my cell linkage. So in the working sheet I will provide this as my cell linkage. Drop down lines, 6 would be enough, and I'll click OK. I'll get my drop down over here. Simultaneously in the working sheet I will get my output over here, like we have seen in the case of radio. We will see in the case of radio buttons. So this is basically our linkages in terms of form control. So over here this is select product, so I will name this as product. Similarly, I will create drop down for region. Similarly for the customer type and agent ID, customer type and agent ID and chart. I will create drop down for the same. This is I will just highlight this so that you are aware that this is going to be your output and not the input basically. So over here I will select developer, insert, my form control is going to be a part of it. Okay, and I will assign a form control towards it. Region would be 5 regions. Cell linkage would be this one, which is my working sheet B5, and there are 5 basically drop downs, which is what I needed. Okay, I will also insert select customer type, which is insert form control over here, select customer type. Okay, and I will assign form control to that as well. My customer type would be this 4. My drop down list contains 4 IDs. Cell linkage would be this customer type. I'll click OK, and I'll get the customer type over here. So that's fantastic. Similarly for the agent ID, I am going to have combo box over here. I'll assign ranges to that as well. My range would be agent, so there are 6 agents. Drop down would be 6 agents. Cell linkage would be agent ID, and yeah, that's pretty much. I'll just check whether everything is working. Yeah, and my chart type, I will again click on insert. I'll create a drop down over here. I'll just increase the size. I'll assign format control. Input range would be my input. Cell linkage would be my chart type, and there are 5 different charts, so that I'll click on that. I will check my working. Yes, it's perfect. It's working perfectly fine. So that's pretty much about this particular video. You need to practice this because this is a little new concept. Except for this, in this entire dashboard, you will be able to do it by yourself. So I would urge you to practice this kind of a stuff, and then we will see how do we proceed with the rest of the dashboard. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Thank you.